What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to more Derail Valley. So they say you need 8 hours sleep to be at optimal performance. Well, that's what we got last night, and look at the way the sun is bouncing off that tarmac out there. And we've got a train preloaded and ready to go as per the previous episode. What we're now going to do is hopefully validate our orders if they're still in our inventory. Well, they are, so that means I think that we can validate them, and hopefully it won't tell us that we can't. Okay, that one's good. They're both good. Alright, so we've got one order going to Coal Mine East. Good. And the second order going to Iron Ore Mine East, and we said that we were going to try and drop that one off first per the previous episode. So now that the clock's ticking... let's get ourselves back to our train if we can. What on earth are we doing there? Stuck. Right, let's close all that. Right, let's get ourselves back to our train. So we shunted our cars into place last time. We've disengaged our DE2. We've got all these cars, and I think it was 7 plus 8, I think. And we almost had a runaway train as well. We are driving our DH4 for the first time. And it's not moving, so that's a good start. Right, let's get that closed. We'll get it started. So we'll get a bit of train brake on. You see the brake pipe pressuring up. Release the independent. She can go into forward. We release the parking brake. And we still have a flashing light. So what does that tell us? This is not thrown. We'll get our cab lights on as well. Well, we're ready to go. Well, one thing that we're going to do before we set off, we're going to take a look at our route map. We'll take a look at our world map first. So we said that we were coming down here south. So we're passing through Switch here. And then we knew in one episode previously that when you pass through CW here, there's a set of switches that need to be thrown the right way. And then we're going to go right there. Sorry, left and then right. So let's have a look then. So first ones are right, CW. Let's do that first. So looking on here, we want to be going right, which is correct. And then we're into CW. So let's switch to our station map. Quick look at CW. So coming in from the north, that switch wants to be right, which is correct. No, left, sorry. Yeah, it's confusing to me still. That's correct. And that one's right, which will take us out there. And then we'll go back to our thingy, our world map, where in this one we want to be left and then right. So left and then right, which will take us down here. This one wants to be left, receiving from the right, going up here. And then we said this one wants to be right, left, going up here, if you remember rightly, from our last episode. Left, receiving from the right, left, receiving from the right. And now this switch, we normally, well, when we came up here last time, we went in the goods factory. We're going to go up here. And then we'll deal with these switches when we get there, I guess. Because we want to end up going up there. But we might have to do a bit of a turnaround here in order to achieve that. Maybe go that way and then reverse. So that's why I'm saying we'll deal with that bit afterwards. But for now, let's get that closed. Let's hit the tracks, guys. Let's get the brakes off. And get a bit of power on, just a little bit to start off with. Because we are pulling... we're pulling an amount which is fine for this train, but it's heavy by our previous standards. And as you can see, the DE2 that we used to shunt is being left behind, so everything's set up right. We're heading downhill, so we just need to be a bit careful. Gaining speed nicely. Now, I can't remember. This needs to be paired still, because it's flashing to let us know. So we're back to the usual ordeal now of checking speed limits. We've got a 60 here to start off with. Oh, you can feel that power there. Right, we'll just let her roll. Keep an eye on the speed with this. 35. Here she comes. And how is the train brake on this? Okay, you need quite a bit. Don't want to lose too much momentum though. Yeah, we killed quite a bit of speed off there, but it's slow to react, that's the thing. So we are going to have to bear that in mind. I do find this train a little slow to react so far. Beautiful shot of our diggers there though. How long do we have to make these orders? 89 minutes. So it's over an hour. I think we can do it. $60k speed limit through here. And then 80, so technically we could get up to speed, but the only thing to consider is that as soon as you start flying along, you've got a switch track which is pretty straight down to here. So we can do some decent speed down here, I think, but it's just when you get to CW there, you've obviously got quite a hard left according to this map. So I think we can afford to release the brakes. I mean, we're only going 50 at the moment. But look at how fast she's gaining, without any throttle on at all. Just the pure weight. So, yeah, we don't want to get into a situation where we're slipping. And having said that, we are going right here. So like I said, pretty straight. So we're not too concerned about shenanigans happening. You can feel and sense and even hear the weight of this train. How is she doing for speed now? Is she losing some? She might not be going downhill anymore. So under power there, she's not gaining any speed, so that tells me that we're no longer going downhill. Really, I should have my eyes on those signs that tell us the gradients that somebody pointed out kindly in the comment section. Beautiful view though. Look at that lake. Ray traced reflections there. Right, let's hop in. If we can. If it'll let us. Put a little bit of dynamic on here. Hear that start to kick in. Yeah, I think it's going to be a combination assault for the dynamic brake to work effectively. Where are we now? We're making pretty good progress. We're about halfway down this section. Been trying to work on smoothing out my mouse as well, so I've turned the DPI up. I've reduced the mouse sensitivity, and I've also got a nice mouse pad now, which is hopefully going to soften the movements a bit. I did notice, and I've never been really happy with the movement of the mouse, to be totally honest with you. Since playing Train Sim World 5, I recognised that using the controller is so much smoother when it comes to recording YouTube videos. Right, what sort of speed limit do we have on this turn then? We're losing quite a bit of speed there. Can we dash ahead and see? So 60, and then as we're going round, it's 30 when you get to here. It's not as easy to get back in the cab in this train as what it is with the you know what, with the DE2. Old Faithful. I like this digital speedometer readout though. I can see why one would be useful. I think did we buy one? So we'll look in caps lock. Yeah, so we did. Oh, we got the digital clock. You can see why we could install a couple of these things around here. You can install things anywhere you want, which is really good actually. Okay, we're approaching that turn. I'm just really interested to see how things go when we get to the other end of the line, you know? I don't know whether to make this video like 2 parts, because of the obvious length that it's going to be, because of the journey time, or whether to just edit it at this point. So you might either find that this is 2 parts or an edited together video. So we came through here last time, we turned the wrong way because the track was set up to go into there. This time we learned from that mistake. In fact, let's close these windows. Right, so we're making pretty good progress, really. Bit of an uphill one here. Not too bad, and she's coping just fine. So the rear of our train's coming through that 30k section. So next up we've got another switch track where we're pretty much going straight, followed by a hard-ish right, and then a switch track to the right, and then one to the left. And we've got that wiggly bit of track that we experienced last time that was absolutely fine. Didn't do us any damage. We go under the track. We go through another couple of switches, and then we're sort of ready to start heading north after that, really. So we are making great progress. In fact, I really like this piece of track. Okay, so our turn's 50 where we're going. Let's watch this train come through here. Beautiful. Right, let's just make sure she's not running away. You can hear and sense the power there. That's, you know, we're barely, I feel like we're, yes, I mean, we have got quite a lot of throttle on there. What have we got in terms of the, look on the overhead view? I guess it's about just less than half. There's notch 4. Yeah, you can feel her really coming into her own there. Oil pressure's temperature's getting up. Yeah, this is slightly concerning, but not really, because we are making good progress. I mean, we've got a rising temperature, which is slowly creeping up, and a speed which is holding. So as soon as we get past the sort of steep part here, we should be all right. But she's still moving. She's holding, and that's the main thing. We don't want to lose speed. Yes, we are ragging the engine quite hard, and she'll be using a lot of fuel because she's revving hard. Actually, our speed is just slightly starting to come up. Maybe I'll ease back on the throttle a tiny bit in a sec. To be honest with you as well, if we have a nightmare when it comes to offloading these two trains, these two sets of cars, sorry, then we can just break them up. We'll find a way of breaking them up. It might be that we have to leave one set somewhere while we take one set to drop off, and then we'll do the other order. I would prefer to leave the orders obviously in the designated sort of delivery points. That's what I would like, but I think that speaks for itself. Okay, we're still climbing, and it's started to rain. Will it help if we put a bit of sand down? Is there 2 notches for this? Yes, there is. Okay, that is helping. We used a lot of sand there, though. Right, where are we now? Okay, we're through the worst of it, I think. If we notch back the throttle now. Really, I'm more concerned about these dials than what I am about where we're going, which is absolutely fine because we know that the track is fine up ahead. Got a couple of turns, and we knew that this part was coming up where we're going to pass underneath the other line, but our temperature's coming in to check now. Yep. Our temperature's back to normal, or the high end of normal. We're dropping still. I mean, she is, what, she's on notch 5, so, yeah. Right, what sort of turns have we got coming up? So we've got a couple of cheeky switches, but how far are we now? Probably about a third of the way. Right. What sort of speed limits have we got? We've got 60 coming up here. I guess that is a real climb, isn't it? Because we're up on top of a bridge now. Passing through a valley. We've climbed like, you know, nobody's business. See how far those diggers go back there. We've got a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. We're going to be downhill here. We've got to bear in mind that our train isn't up the hill yet, though. So we'll just tread carefully, really. Yeah, we got a tight one here off to the left. But it is 70, I think. Don't want too much brake on. Put too much on there. Yeah, if that's 70 kilometers, this turn here, I'd be surprised how anyone would go 70 through there, unless you're just in a loco on its own. Look at how tight this is. I mean, it's not tight, but it's relatively tight. Okay, so we're going to be doing this. This is kind of like the final part of our easterly movement. And here's the bridge that we were on about. So we were there. Right, our north trek now, so we've done a lot here. We've covered a lot of ground. Got this sort of slight right, sorry. Got this beautiful view here. So you've got the 80k speed limit, but it's really of no sort of no consequence at this stage. I do hope that once we get up into sort of those northeastern area that it's not you know, too hilly. So this one looks fairly tight actually. Yeah, before I try to just start meddling around with that, let's just get a bit of brakes on. $50 for us. So we should be fine there. It's just hard to tell with this game. Sometimes you can feel like you're doing absolutely fine. Well, you're under the numbers in terms of what it's telling you. But then you can get that grinding sound. Okay, so we got a couple of twisting bits, and for once we are going to take the right track this time instead of the left track over the bridge. Usually when we're going into when we're heading towards Goods Factory in town, we'll take the left track and then go under the bridge, but we'll be going over it this time. Yeah, not too far from Goods Factory town now, to be fair. Well and truly on our way. $30 here. Need to keep the momentum going, that's the thing. We fall victim to those speed limits. if we don't keep the momentum going. Because we know it's 30, we've seen it, but it's also trying to make sure that you're up to that 30, especially when you need the momentum when you're going uphill. Looks like we're going a bit downhill now. So here we go, off to the right, which is, well, it's fairly straight, isn't it? But I think it's going to be a bit of a climb still. Okay, so we are shifting along now, 45. There's goods factory in town. There's the usual track that we take in. So we're following a nice route, actually. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just have a quick look at this. So we know that we're going up across the top. So right, and that's right, and then we're going to be going round there, at least for the time being, to reverse up there. So we just need to be conscious of that, but we've checked it now, so we know that when we come up here we'll be going round there and then reversing up to start off with, and then we'll come back down there and reverse into coal mine. That'll be our next step. It's a great view of goods factory in town up here, actually. There's a D2 there. Oh, let's just quickly check. Yeah, we're alright. D2, and I think that's still that DM3, sorry. Great view. We've done some good jobs there. Sure, it won't be the last. $70k gradient with a +2.4, so I think that means we're still climbing. Here we get into the nitty-gritty now. +1.6, so the climb is easing off. Oh, having said that, .40k speed limit, we're only going 20. I'm hoping that we're at the summit now. Well, it still does look a little bit hilly up ahead. Let's turn that down a bit. This has got to be downhill now, surely. It looks downhill. Sand is getting low. Okay, so this is our right turn before we reverse up. I'm a little worried about how much sand we've used and how much of a climb this still is, but we're going there, and there it is actually. Might not be too bad, it looks fairly flat. There is a slight climb, but it's hoping that we're past the worst of it. Please let us be past the worst of it. Oops. Alright, well. Let's see how we get on. So, let's have a quick look. We've got a 40k speed limit. So let's have a look at our manifest for our iron ore mine east drop off, which I'm hoping this is right. Let's have a look. So this is car 006, which is yes, correct. Thank you. That's wonderful. And we're going to C4I. See how fast we're going. 11. So, iron ore mine. So we're coming in from the south this way then. I think. Yeah. In the sea. C4I. Yeah. I wonder, is there any warning on here about temperature? Hot. Let's just see if we get a warning on here. Yes, we do. So at least there's that. Right, let's go and see where our train is. We're making good 20k speed here, actually. So that goes to military base that way. Don't think that switch is right. Did it say B or C? Oh, it is B1. Right, hang on. Get a bit of brake on. Right, we need to have a look at this properly, don't we? Right, let's have a look. I was trying to figure it out, and I think it probably is this yard, but there's a... Ah, I saw that steam train, I was worried about that one. Right, there we go. 4i doesn't have anything in it. Wait, okay, just a last minute panic there. So we are actually... I should have trusted myself. I've never been here, that's the problem, so... Right, now we need to go forward a bit. Accidentally put the independent brake on as well. Right, next up, how many cars is it? So it's... 7. I actually can't believe that we've nearly done this. Now, I don't know whether we'll get the time bonus. We might get one of them. And let's not forget to validate here this one order before we move on to the next one. See, that switched automatically there because we're still driving over it. I wonder if that's what happened before when I wondered about that switch. Yeah, downhill here. She doesn't have gaining speed, and thankfully we're dropping off half the train, which means we're losing half the weight. So we want 7 cars in here. I honestly can't believe the sense of achievement that this game gives you. Just knowing how much of a tough nut it is to crack as well. So happy to be dropping off half this train. I can't tell you how happy I am to be no longer with all this weight. Right then, brake on. Where are we? Let's brake the train as well. If we can find where it is. Can't remember what number my torch is now. Oh, it's after the station map, so it's number 9. There we go. The only problem is you can't use the torch and do actions. Right, let's go and find the station house. Have we got enough brakes on? I think so. Right. Where is it? I saw it. I saw it. Oh, there it is. Oh yes, and a 19,000 time bonus. That'll do nicely. Thank you. Yes, we'll get that in there. Right. Back to our train. Next movement. Right, let's have a look then, see what we're doing now. So we're going to come out of here. We're going to go that way and then reverse into there. So, in order to do that, we need to have switches set here. So coming out of here is fine, but then we're going to go this way to reverse in. Makes sense? Just check that one's right. Yes, it is. Right, okay. So, we're going forward out of here. We don't have hardly any sand left, but it's all good. Hopefully there's a spot where we can service our train as well, because it's certainly going to need it. Fuel is low as well. Okay, so we're going round to the right here. And then we are going to be reversing in after this triangle. Just ease the power down a bit while we have a quick look again on here. Can't see anything because there's no light here. But yeah, we're now coming this way. So that switch should be like that. Not that it matters. And then into our station layout. So it's Coal Mine East. Coming from the north actually. In this instance. And we are uncoupling in B1I, which is here. So coming in from the north, that switch is correct. That one needs to be that way. That one needs to be there. And then B1I is, that's going to take us in from the north. So there we go. I'm going to trust myself this time, and hopefully not end up with a massive smash. Is it there? Is that the yard? Yeah, once we've got this bit of money, we'll end this episode and I'll catch a sleep in the station house, and maybe even... So in the next episode we'll either be finding manual servicing or offloading these wonderful items, or finding another job, maybe something which is even more valuable. Right, let's do that. Put that brake on. We'll put this one on. We'll shut it down. And we will go and get our money. Oh, there it is. Call it the station house. It's the station office, isn't it? So we didn't get a time bonus for that one, but it's all good. It's all good. It's not the end of the world. So there we go. I'll tell you one thing that we will do before we wrap this one up. I want to take a look on here, see if there is a manual servicing. So yes, there is. It's in the next lane. It's next to where that steamer was. But anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do hit the like button. Hit me up with a subscription if you want to see more videos like this. It's raining again. What time is it anyway? Let's have a quick look. All right, 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we made it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do take care of yourself, and I'll catch you again further down the road.